Okay, so I'm just gonna title this for simplicity, what's the message? And if you've watched my other videos of what's the message, it's usually just whatever comes through, right? Well, I have a theme for this, but I'm gonna talk it out so that you kind of understand where I'm coming from, because I'm not 100% sure what this theme is. I kind of feel like I'm geared towards like what's the message of light, like with regards to your life. What are you fostering? What are you growing? What is these unknown energies around you that you've created? Because what inspired me is there's this plant. I'm like starting to laugh because I'll tell you the story. A very condensed story, might I add. There's this wild plant that's growing in my yard, right? And it's so beautiful, and I ID'd it at one point. I can't remember what it is, but when I looked it up online, I call it like the rat plant, like a hurricane rat plant, because what I read online is when it floods, rats will hang on to this plant so that they don't drown. And I have this story. I've not seen rats hanging on that, but one time when it flooded here, I saw a rat deep diving, like swimming around like a freaking dolphin. I know it's not enjoying itself. It's, you know, surviving, but it just looked like it was so natural and having a good time. And literally, if anytime I evacuate for hurricanes, I don't care if it's a 3-hour drive, a 6-hour drive, a 10-hour drive, I will talk about this rat and the rat story of it swimming around every single time. I love this little rat. And my friend actually got me a pendant, or not a pendant, but like a, what's it called? It starts with a B. A brooch, a golden rat brooch, and the tail swivels and it has little bejeweled eyes, because I don't ever shut up about this rat. It looks like a little almond. That's what it looks like, an almond that they turn into a rat. And so obviously I love my little rat plant, and I was looking out the window and I could see it dispersing its seeds everywhere. It's a very windy day today, and it just looks like little fairies, like these little puff balls, just flying across everywhere and swirling around, and it's so beautiful, and it was inspiring me to talk about that. Like imagine you being this plant, and dispersing these seeds and kind of just in your natural state of what you're supposed to do, and like what legacy are you leaving, what impact is being cultivated by you, or like what energy are you leaving, or you know, just like kind of that vibe, right? And then I went to go grab some of my decks to use for this reading, and I pulled out the wrong container, and on top of it is this coin. And this coin, I was thinking about this several weeks ago, actually, and it's, you turn it, I don't know if you can pick it up on camera, but it has dimension to it, right? And I was thinking it would be fun to create a coin just for my own, just something to do, I guess. But it's like, it looks like one image, right? But as you turn it on its side, if it revealed a different image, right? So it's like a secret image. And then I was even thinking like stamping it would have an image as well. So it's like just, you know, little secret stuff. And that reinforced the idea of like this hidden energy, or this hidden element, or this like sometimes we're unaware. Like no matter how self-aware you are, sometimes we're unaware of the energy that we create, or like what we're creating. But that's not, like, I don't want to do it in a snooping manner, and it's kind of like, I don't know, like, maybe just what message from your guardian angels do they have to say about your light? The light that exists within you, and the life that you live right now, and the things that you're doing, and sometimes you're unaware of just these positive, loving impacts that you have on others and on yourself and just for future generations. What is it? What is it that they want to tell you about? And why, you know, you're here for a reason, you're watching for a reason, there's a purpose for you to be aware of this. So whatever that is in specific that you should be aware of, nothing beyond what you are supposed to know. And in this divine timing of you finding this video and listening to this whole story to really like hear the mysterious message, what is that? So that is kind of where I'm going with this. Kind of as in that is where I'm going with this. So let's pull for your pile. I normally don't like doing this where each one's different, because if you're familiar with these decks, then maybe that, or you might interpret what's on here to pick it, but you know, use your best judgment. Pile 1. Two. 3. 1, 2, 3. And I'll see you there. Bye. Pile number 1. Before I look at that, I'm going to pull a few more cards for you. I'm asking if I should get any tarot decks, and they're saying no. I don't need to. I already saw them, but this definitely has to do with wisdom, your wisdom. Difficulties and mistakes in your past, and how that's guiding you to lovingly guide others, how it feels, for example. Strong intuition here. A lot of self-forgiveness, integrity and honesty towards yourself and others. Yeah. Yeah, you're connecting with your soul family. You're connecting with your inner voice. It does feel like through your hardships and difficulties from your past, and using those as tools for you to understand yourself better, you're connecting spiritually, you know, on a, I don't like using the word telepathic for this in particular, because it feels like I'm hearing becoming witness to miracles. Like you're becoming witness to miracles because there are miracles in your life that exist and you've experienced. And so it's not telepathy in the sense that it's something that it's almost like with me, when I'm thinking about telepathy, it feels like someone who's separate from you. Or this perception, right, of being separate, or like at a physical distance of someone and connecting with them from a distance like that. When this soul family, it feels like these are presence, like energies of like crossed over loved ones, or just like your guides, like your guardian angels, and honing in on their energies and their directives and following your inner voice, following your inner truth. And so it feels like if you're watching this, you're either not the kind of person, or you're going to very soon be the kind of person who doesn't watch many pick a card readings in general, or you don't watch them kind of to facilitate your life in a way, you know, or you're looking like what's the advice here. It feels more of just like to confirm, right, the things. Like it's like you already had this inner knowledge, right, this communication, and so this verifies everything you say. Like sometimes you could go to a reading, not you, but like other people or you in the past would go to readings blindly, right, and not really knowing what to expect or what to hear, like seeking for the guidance prior to hearing it. And then here it feels like it's already been confirmed, so you're watching it and it just confirms things that you have direct communication with. So it feels deeply spiritually connected here. Decide to be happy now. Thank you for helping me open my heart to happiness, joy, and bliss. I am now willing to see all the goodness in my life. This is where you're at now. This is the energy that you're at now. If you don't feel that way, it's interesting because I'm noticing this halo, but it looks like a plate on his head. And the way that I'm seeing this is hard work, right? Like he's carrying the plate on his head because he's been working so hard, and it feels like I'm seeing like static energy, like that, like blurring, like on the television. Like I don't know if they TVs do this nowadays. I don't watch TV, but like, you know, like old school TV, like when it doesn't have a clear reception and it kind of goes like staticky, right, going in and out of the channels. And I'm seeing that with you, where there was a turn of events. There's a turn of events where you had been grieving, you had been unhappy, you had been I'm kind of feeling like lost or confused or stressed out or like doubting yourself, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be in like a spiraling sense, but it could be in a way where it's like, I am getting these inner messages and knowledge, but do I really believe that? Or it's like I'm feeling frustrated in my physical environment, and yet I have this relief from this other part of my life or world, like it's an inner world, and now it's a blending of both worlds where it's just second nature for you. It's like if you're the kind of person that doesn't really talk about spirituality or, you know, your religious beliefs or anything, you kind of keep it private, and then now it's just a part of you. It's just a part of your life. It's just a part of the way that you even speak about things. It's just blended into this reality of like your inner world and outer world are now as one. Right? Awakening. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. That's you integrating that inner world and outer world and that spiritual connection. It's not telepathic. It's not. I'm sorry if you think, if you want to call it telepathic, then that's fine. But to me, they're two different things. It's like you are, because telepathic feels more of like a mental thing to me. Like that's how I'm saying it, is in my mind. It's like more mental, and like processing it mentally and like discerning or like translating it, like telepathically you're translating something, while this is like you could they're literally here, you could literally see them, you could literally experience them, it's like you can see the other world, you know, with your, I don't know what it would be called, but it's like, you know, psychically you can see, like there's like this other vision, like a third vision. And That's what I'm seeing here. New beginnings. Something new begins today. Embrace the possibilities. They're highlighting her hands pouring into the world. So I'm going to pay attention to that. It feels like a cleansing. That's what it feels like to me. It's a spiritual cleansing of your energy that you have done in this decision that you made. And this decision of acknowledging your awareness, of trusting yourself, trusting your awareness. It has cleansed you. It's like, it reminds me of the lotus flower, right? And so let's say that she's the lotus, you're the lotus, and there's a pile of mud above here, and you cleansing it, you cleansing your reality, you cleansing your perception, cleansing your energy. By cleansing your energy, it's that mental space, or like, again, just trusting. And that is allowing you to blossom, to bloom. Miracles out of mistakes. Use your mistakes to inspire and empower you to face brighter days ahead. Manifest success. Master your destiny by making use of your skills. Harness the creative forces to bring about success and achieve your goals. And that's where you are. They're showing that you're guided by angels. Because I'm looking at these two little cherubs. Is that how you say it? Cherubs. And it feels very angelic. This feels more like a human, right? Like it feels more of like you in your physical body. And them protecting you, them being aware. It's like, you see this one's looking kind of towards what you're looking at, and then this one's looking directly at what this object is. And so it feels like your goal or your desires or your wishes or like even your interests, right? Like you taking interest in things, or you taking like pulling your awareness to something. They're making sure that they're being proactive, right? It's like this one's being proactive and making sure that you aren't allowing yourself to be misguided. I'm feeling a lot of tension, a lot of strain, like physical restraint, a lot of tension in your body, especially your upper body, like your shoulders and above, like you hold a lot of tension there. And they're saying the more that you meditate or you focus on your goal, right, whatever this goal is, the more that you pursue this, the more that, and then that releases this tension. It feels like whatever this goal is, it motivates you to be more at peace. It feels like physical movement, but more in like Pilates, yoga, like safe and gentle, or like swimming, you know, it's gentle in your joints, it's gentle in your body. And there's a focus here on that, on you being gentle with yourself, and how you mentally being gentle on yourself is translating into you being physically gentle on yourself. You're not doing a lot of harsh body movements. It feels like body movements anymore. So it's like if you're someone who would wear like painful shoes, or like do activities that were stressful and stressing on you mentally and physically, you're moving into a softer way of being, like softer to you. And They're acknowledging what you're doing now is you're taking a responsibility for your destiny. You're taking a responsibility for that by doing these things. It's like you're changing your reality. You're changing your destiny. You're changing your fate. And they're indicating that that is part of your mission here in your personal path, is to choose your fate, is to choose that. It's like you gave yourself and you were given options, like for your life lesson in this lifetime, for you to make a choice on what it is that you want to pursue, or what it is that you want to head towards. And it feels like you're heading towards connection and blending of both energies, of a soft energy, of a it's a passionate energy, but it's passion in a way that is delicate. So let's see your last card, and this is your final message. It says, an angel surrounds you with rainbow wings, here to reconnect you with your true nature, the balanced, healthy, sensitive, and loving you. Remember that there is more to life than your achievements. Consciously connecting with your spiritual and physical realities will help you reconnect to the sacred, infinite, and creative part of yourself that is yearning to play a greater role in your life. And you know that. You know they're here. You know who this angel is. Maybe you don't know them by name. Maybe you do. But you feel them. This one and the other ones that are around you. You know they're here. You know they're always here. I saw a number. It was 1433. 1433. And they're highlighting the number 4. No. Do it again. 412. 1433. Or it's 1433. Look that up. And then 412. 412. And 41. Because they wanted me to stop at 41, and then they wanted me to repeat 412, like 412, and then I didn't, so they're having me go back. So those 3 numbers, which I forgot already. So hopefully it's 3 numbers. One is a 1,000-digit number, one is a 100-digit number, and one is in the 41. Or is it 42? 41. Anyway, go back and listen. And look those up, because there's a significance there. And I'm also being drawn to her necklace, by the way. So if you have a necklace, right, that's important to you, or that is meaningful to you, or has some sort of like, like maybe you have crystals on your or if it's like, a precious stone or a semi-precious stone, or if you have a really nice sweater that has these kind of like colorful things on it, like little beading on it, that's a confirmation for you to wear it, put it on, look good, feel good, that's what I'm seeing here. All right, bye guys. Hey pal number 2, so as I was preparing for your reading, I had this thought of my birds. They're taking a nap right now as I record, and I started feeling really bad because it's a beautiful day outside. Obviously I want them to experience as many beautiful days as possible, and so there was a little bit of guilt here that I was starting to feel. So I'm feeling like there's a guilt. I don't know if it's a guilt towards other people, like maybe what, I don't know if it's how you treated other people, or like what you, maybe this perceived failure, right? Like if I failed to do something, or to spend more time with someone, or if you have pets and you feel guilty because you're like missing them, or you want to enjoy more time with them. There's an indication here, and there's a confirmation that you should take a break. That you should honestly take a break and like listen to your inner voice. What are you being driven to do? Like your guidance is divinely guided. So where is your inner temple guiding you to go? Like your inner voice, where is that telling you to go? Because it feels like you have a lot of options. Okay, you have a lot of options, or you have a lot of work, you have a lot of opportunities. If you don't feel like that's that is here right now, then, and then look, inner temple, because I use that word because that's the word that was coming to me. It says devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. So that's what I'm saying. So if you don't feel like you have a lot of options currently, then they're indicating that you're going to be flooded with a lot of options soon. So I'm getting is like literally the way I'm flooded, like overwhelmed with so many options. And the way they're showing me is like DMs. They're showing me direct messages, like just coming in, flowing, where you're like, I don't know how to handle this. I don't know what I should do with this. And then I'm getting this feeling of summertime. And it feels like the feeling I get when it's in the summertime is this, it's like freedom, it's opportunity, it's like the days are longer, so you have more time to do things. It's exciting, there's a lot of new growth, and just like I love the beginning of the summertime because everything is just like in full bloom, and everyone's just active and happy. And so that's the feeling that I'm getting with you. Either something's going to be happening in the summertime, you're viewing this in the summertime. I think it's more so of something's going to happen then. So if you're currently viewing this during that time, then it would be within the next year, within the next cycle of that. There's something from your past that's returning as an option for you, but it doesn't align with who you are now. And then there's another path that's coming to you, like another option that's coming for you that is a little bit more mysterious. Like it feels like you don't really know what to expect with it, and it seems kind of interesting, and the word I'm getting is thought-provoking. So it would send you into a place that really satisfies your curiosity, but your heart isn't in tune with it. So it wouldn't really be satisfying your heart. So again, there's this emphasis on paying attention to what your heart is calling you to do and following that. It's very important that you follow your heart in the matter. If you have so many options or you feel overwhelmed, then your brain can start kicking in and start trying to rationalize things, right? And trying to figure it out through that way. But if you tune into your heart's not going to lead you astray. Your heart's not going to lead you to something that's going to disappoint you, because ultimately, if something didn't work out, you can always go back to, well, I followed my heart with this. I did what I felt would fulfill me. So there's that confidence in saying, well, my heart never leads me down the wrong path. Like it doesn't. I know some people would be like, no, I followed my heart with something and it destroyed me, but that's not true, because it leads you to that next door, the next opportunity that's going to open to where you're supposed to be, right? Like that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. None of this other stuff matters. What matters is our heart. What matters is what our our spiritual involvement. And it feels like this is something that you've been training for, like for lifetimes, for a long time. That there's actually a card here that says that. An initiation, rite of passage. Like, this is your rite of passage. Like, you're coming to that right now is your rite of passage. This lifetime is your rite of passage of, are you following your heart in this lifetime? Are you going to continue to follow your heart in this lifetime? Because you have so many options coming to you that you could take that could lead you to something that could be intellectually, like you can do it like, okay, well, I'm happy because these things are provided for me in my life, or this gives me a sense of security, whatever. But it's really about your heart. You have to follow your heart, is what they're saying. Well, you don't have to. You could do whatever you want, but that's what you're being called to do in this lifetime. And again, if you feel like you're not in that overwhelming state right now, then they're telling you you're going to have way more than you anticipated of options. This is a good thing. You're going to be excited about this. You're going to be really happy about this. But it's a lot. It's a lot to handle. It's a lot to deal with. It's like stepping out into the street and then every passerby wants your number and wants to take you out on a date. And you being like, I cannot decide right now. Can you please just give me time to get to the coffee shop? You know, it's like that. It's a lot. So this is the card that I was seeing, the Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. It's like you are the portal for your destiny. You're the portal. You can only decide what your heart is telling you to do. And that's what they're showing here of taking a break. It's like, make sure when this happens, and you can even start doing this now, of having a routine set, or like an escape plan for you to have time to breathe and to think about this, because it's something that you could easily, not just you, anyone could easily get caught up in and start, you know, survival mode and like mentally thinking like, how am I going to deal with all this? How am I going to handle this? And then, you know, going down a path that maybe isn't so fulfilling for you. You have to make sure that it aligns with your core values or your heart, because there's going to be a lot of really good options for you. Self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Take small steps to diminish your worrying, know it is going to be okay, and so it is. So there's basically saying, like, you know, again, with a rational approach, it's like, don't worry so much about it, right? Like, when you follow your heart, it will work out. And so just keep that in mind with this. It's like, well, this, you know, different excuses that you may give yourself. Well, you know, practical things with regards to it. But again, know that you will be successful in this. Know that you're protected in this. Know that it's meant for you. And this is the path that you're meant to take. You've been training for this for lifetimes. And so it is. And so it be. Let it be. And Archangel Michael provides protection and strength. Archangel Michael, the archangels are assisting you here and aware of you. Here, look, twice. Time out. Take time for a much needed break and relax. You inspire and uplift others. Whatever you're doing, okay, whatever this is, it feels like you're either in a leadership position, Or again, you're like getting out into the dating scene, whatever it is, all eyes are on you. People are watching you. People are paying attention to you. And look how it's a heart. The world is her heart. You have to follow your heart in this. You have to put you have to set your intention on your heart and consider your heart. Consider your heart. And maybe that means currently if you need to do something to prioritize yourself. In order to do that. See, and I heard little birds outside. So birds are significant here, definitely. Maybe that's what it is too. It's like they're my baby birds, and even the wild birds are my babies. And so if you have little ones involved in your life, or other people, maybe you are constantly considering other people and you're so selfless that you always prioritize other people's feelings or you know, their time over your own time. And they're saying here you need to take a break from doing that and being a little bit more selfish and prioritizing yourself, and so you can connect with what your truth is and what you desire and where you want to place your energy and what direction you want to go towards. Because again, it's going to get a lot busier very soon for you. Very, 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 very soon. I mean, the maximum time I saw was a year for you. That does not take long at all to get to. And I saw here, it kind of looks like a flower, I noticed, like daisies. I saw a daisy. That's who you are. You're so sensitive. You're so sensitive and caring and compassionate, and you really put a lot of attention. That's the word. Focus. Yeah, you put a lot of attention and focus on the needs of other people. And it's such a beautiful and admirable quality. But your guardian angels are saying it's time to prioritize you. Because when you take that time for yourself, that's when a lot of healing can come through. That's when these messages from your guardian angels will come through. That's a way for you to connect with them and to heal your heart and your inner world, and be awakened more to your truths, and be much more clear on your path. Much clearer on your path. And here it's the double mission. See, what is not aligned or needs to change? That's the question that they're asking you to ask yourself. What needs to change in your life? It's okay, because this is part of your mission in life. This is part of who you are, to be so generous and so kind and so loving towards other people. But there has to be a point where you are taking care of yourself. And they're showing me that example of, like, in a plane, you know, when a plane is experiencing some difficulties and then the airbags come down, you have to put your airbag on first in order for you to help other people. If you aren't supplying yourself with oxygen, then you aren't going to be as efficient in helping other people, because you're prioritizing them, when you may have the skills and the confidence and the ability to stay calm under pressure, and yet you have to start with yourself first. And so that's what I'm seeing. The emphasis here is do that now. Do that now, because number one, you're supposed to be doing that at this point in time now. And also, when things get a lot more busy for you. It's going to be challenging for anyone, but especially for someone like you who is so loving and giving and heartfelt and committed to other people, to start listening to what you want. So it's figuring out what you want now, so that when you are experiencing this, you get what I'm saying. Because they want me to change the subject now. They're like, go ahead and just move on from that. Because they're saying also something's going to come to you, or it has come to you in dreams already. You are dreaming of this. Like literally in your sleep, you've been dreaming about something. And I think you've also been dreaming, like you've been communicating in your dreams. Like you remember these dreams, or you feel like you woke up and you're like, I feel like I had this strange dream. And in the dream, you should be talking to people. Like you can see them, or you can feel them, or hear their voice. It could be God himself. Like you feel like you're talking to someone, and they're indicating that whomever it is, that's true. So if you feel like you're talking to people who've passed away, that's true. If you're talking to people who you feel like your guardian angels, that's true. If you feel like you're hearing the voice of God, that's true. Like whatever it is, it's a positive dream. It's a good dream. And they're talking to you. That is true. And your inner guidance is real and trustworthy. Believe in your dreams. Okay, believe in that, and believe in yourself. Have confidence, because this could potentially test you, right? It's going to put you in a defensive position, in a place that might stir up some insecurities in you, because it's unexpected, and it puts you into a position that's challenging for you. It feels challenging for you because you're leveling up, right? You've kind of comfortable in this position of being a helper, or being, you know, a lover and gentle, and that's where you have been operating for a long time. And so now they're putting you in the spotlight, right? Instead of you being behind the scenes, you are now in the spotlight, and you are being catered to, and you are being taken care of. And it's going to feel a little unusual and uncomfortable, because you don't have a choice anymore. They're pushing you. Your guides are pushing you into this direction, because this is what you're meant to do. And so make sure that you are prioritizing your heart and prioritizing yourself first and foremost, so that you can continue, which you will. Just trust yourself is basically what they're saying. Just trust yourself in your decisions. Ultimately, trust yourself. You know what to do. When you follow your heart, it will always lead you in the right direction. That is your direct communication with your guardian angels and with your inner self. That is what's important in this life. And you don't have to overthink it. You don't have to put too much thought into it. What's your heart say? Do it. That's it. And we have, you are a beautiful soul. It says right here, a beautiful soul. You inspire and uplift others. This is double confirmation that you need to hear this and you need to know this. You are a beautiful soul, full of wisdom, compassion, and great love. If you feel trapped, it is because you have created your own bondage. It is time to free yourself of the guilt that has kept you feeling stuck, and allow the sacred rhythms of life to flow through you once more. Just like my baby birds are fine, okay? They're fine. They needed the nap anyway. They're gonna have plenty of time after I'm done doing these readings to enjoy. This is important to me and my well-being to do these things, because it brings me inner fulfillment. So there you go. That's your message. Bye, guys. Hey, pal number 3. All right, I'm going to leave your card to the side for a moment because it's in the nude. And I'm looking at her, like the image on the card. It's just, I don't know what it says. I haven't read it yet. We'll read it at the end. She reminds me of Mother Mary as a mermaid. She looks like Mother Mary as a mermaid. And before I started your pile, I want to say this. I don't want you to freak out. I don't know if you believe in aliens or not, but I really felt an alien. And this kind of reminds me, like, that's kind of an alien, right? A mermaid, Mother Mary. And it feels like there's an alien watching you. I know that's so, I don't know what to tell you, but that's what came to my mind. I don't know if that's supposed to be interpretive or literal. And then I heard the word legal. So is there like a foreigner? Maybe that's what it is, but it felt like that's what I heard, is an alien is watching you. So, we'll see. This came out twice. I put it back, because it kind of flipped out. And then anyway, new beginnings and a fresh start. Thank you for bringing new opportunities and offering support, and for helping me release and heal my past. Fill me with trust as I experience these life changes. Maybe you feel like an alien in your environment. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to be seeing here. Sense of humor. Be gentle with yourself. Let go of fear now. So they're saying and this situation is already resolved. Okay. So believe that this situation, whatever it is that you're experiencing, that feels, I think you have a good sense of humor. Like you do see the light in situations. Like you kind of take it, like you are gentle with yourself. You do have a sense of humor. You have let go of fear. You do believe the situation is resolved. You do feel like there's a new beginning, and a fresh start for you. So they're just confirming this for you. The worst is behind you, but I feel another situation that's going to happen. It feels like within months. I saw 3 to 6, so it feels like maybe 3 to 6 months from now, or something. Like I saw 3-6. Whatever that means, 3-6. And then they're saying that what you experienced, so there's something that they're highlighting here that you experienced, that maybe you have moved, or you know, with the whole alien situation, like maybe you're a legal alien now or something, like some sort of change, or you feel like you're an alien in your environment, or the way that you are now. Or there's literally an alien watching you. So, or both. It could be both. So there's another circumstance or situation that's going to happen to you in the near future that's not as drastic as this. It's nowhere near as drastic as this. And so they're just indicating, even with here, just remain hopeful in this situation. Don't let it get to you, and don't let it bother you. Don't even have it be a concern. They're just letting you know that there's a smaller situation that's gonna come in. It's like a little hiccup, right? Like that's how they would describe it. And in fact, what it leads to is, the way they show me is like a bump in the road. Like a hiccup looks like they show me the energy of it, which is like a bump, and that bump catapults you into a bigger space. So there's like a surprise, a positive surprise that's happening right after this hiccup. So whatever it is, they're saying just remain hopeful. Don't worry about it because it's not going to affect you negatively at all. And in fact, it's going to, you're going to embrace what's going to happen right after it. It's like if someone, this is just another example, but like let's say that you had some sort of legal issue here, right? And then you overcame it, everything's fine, and then someone comes along and tries to test you, right? And this person isn't, they're doing it because of like ulterior motives. They're doing it because they're selfish or greedy or whatever. And so it like immediately backfires on them. And because it backfires on them, then that gives you some sort of like space to kind of fill that void. Like then you become like the way that I'm seeing it honestly is like, let's say that you are an influencer or like you have a company and then your competitor or someone who like maybe they don't even have anything to do with you, but they're like someone who thinks that you have a lot of money, so they try and sue you, or they like fall at your place or like whatever and they try and sue you, and then it ends up finding out that this person has like, I don't know, they didn't pay their taxes or something, they go to prison for it. And then it ends up clearing out that competitive space, or like just this genre of whatever they're doing that you're like, hey, you know, I wasn't even thinking about doing that, but ain't nobody there doing it anymore because they're in jail, they're in prison, so I'll go ahead and fill it, right? Or because of this legal battle, people find out and then they start looking at you and then you become super, super popular. It's like, those are kind of the examples that they're giving me, like the vibe of it. Like whatever this hiccup is going to backfire, and then it somehow catapults you into this bigger space, this bigger arena. And then we have Archangel Gabriel is here with you and is guiding you. I feel like whatever this hiccup is, like I'm connecting these colors here, right? And it feels like Gabriel is specifically here and indicating like, I'm here and we're here and we're going to help. They're not responsible for it necessarily, but it's like protecting you and like keeping this energy strong around you, this field around you, because you know you're someone of integrity. This hiccup feels like it's not. Feels like it's something that is not supposed to be there. Something for the wrong reasons. And I'm seeing the music right here and creativity in two parts because how I was mentioning some sort of creative space. So it feels again like you have some sort of gift or ability or just like skill, right? Like maybe you're a surgeon, you're a really good surgeon, like you're very skilled and creative in the way that you see things and intuitive in the way that you see things. And so whatever this situation is, like you're being guided even more into this. And then the second part is literally sweet music. Like this is music to your ears of like, finally got these things out of my way. Like I already dealt with the major things and I'm aware of this and I know this. And now these people are coming at me again, or these smaller people or whatever. It's like, I am so over it. Like it feels like you're just like so over it. That's what I'm seeing here. And it feels like little bugs, like little mosquitoes, little things of distraction, like distracting energy. And so your guardian angels are just coming through again and again and again. Like, you're guided, you're protected, and you're fine. They're saying to keep your balance, right? Keep your heart balanced too. Like keep your heart and your integrity high, right? And keep your actions, like this is something that you're going to be active in some ways. Like you're going to have to take care of yourself. You're going to have to prioritize yourself. You're going to have to do something in this situation. It's not like you can just kind of sit back. Like, you're going to have to actually engage one way or another in this situation. So they're saying just to keep your mind pure and your heart pure, your intentions pure. Don't get distracted by their energies too, like falling into that. Like, don't entertain that type of energy, right? It's just doing whatever you know is right for you and what's best for you. And that's what's supposed to happen here. You don't have to feed into their drama, right? Just take it seriously, and detach your emotions from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep your heart pure and your thoughts pure about this, and let them do what they need to do to self-sabotage. Council of Light, they're helping you. Once again, they're all here. They're helping you, and it feels like a lot of people have your back too. I'm really highlighting council. It's like a council of people. There are people that are here for you and working for you. Longing for home, belonging, the original light workers, awakening, trust your path, and creating heaven on earth. It's happening. And so again, they're indicating to me that this path that you're heading towards, right, it feels, again, I'm going to use the example as if you're a company and you're a very successful company, and people are just trying to cause issues for you. And so what I'm seeing is this is your correct path, right? This business that you have, or, you know, let's say you're a surgeon. I like the surgeon better. So let's say that you're a surgeon, and there's a lot of people that are threatened by your, you know, very successful practice. And so they're saying, like, this is what you're meant to be, how you're, like, your path. And so just continue down that. And obviously these energies and these people have nothing to do with what you're doing, right? Like, they don't support your path. So just let them fall to the wayside. Handle it in the way that you have to legally handle it or professionally handle it. But as far as putting energy and thought into it, maintain that sense of humor, laugh it off, brush it off, be sensitive to, you know, it's more of like being aware and not diving into like bad mouthing or thinking poorly on them. Look at it in a more matter-of-fact way, right? Like, you could still call them out on their behavior or state their negative behavior, but you don't have to associate name-calling or anything associated with that. You know, this is your journey, your path of being the successful surgeon. Let them be, you know, mindless little mosquitoes. So, let's see here. Do not give in to fear and doubt. Courage is called for now. Face your fear. Look at things objectively. You are safe and all is well. Fill your fear with love. Beyond fear, love is guiding you, urging you to break free. You will succeed. So, I don't feel fear. I told you, it's coming through here, right? Like, be gentle, let go of fear. The situation is resolved. Did I see it anywhere else? Be hopeful, which hopeful is kind of feeling like hopeless if it's saying, you know, to have hope and all of these. I don't feel that, honestly. So if you're feeling that right now, that's your mental space. I think if you really tuned in to yourself spiritually, then you would realize you don't actually feel that way. Or this is just kind of, I'm taking it too literal, right? And they're basically saying, like, we know you're not giving into fear and doubt. We know you're courageous. We know you're looking at things objectively and you're facing these situations, and that you are full of love, and that you're aware of all of this, because I do not see that at all. And if that's the case, like, you literally, I mean, and we're seeing it all across the board, that you have no reason to feel fearful in this situation. You haven't done anything wrong, and if you have, then just deal with it maturely, laugh it off, you know, like, well, you don't have to laugh it off, but deal with it, and then be like, hey, you know, like, bygones be bygones, handle my business, and if people want to stay in that kind of energy, so be it, but I've moved past it. You're supported on your path. So, and look, there's in here, in soul writing, it says truth, like the truth will prevail, like goodness will prevail in this. So, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Easier said than done, I guess, sometimes, but, you know, everything says you're fine. Look at that. Helpers in the subtle realms. Be gentle with yourself. Forgive yourself, right? Be sensitive with yourself. Sensitivity. And the situation's already resolved. You're good. You're good. You're good. It's happening. There you go. And I'm going to repeat this lastly again. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? And follow that. All right. Bye, guys.